Hey, how you doing, Aquarius? Okay, so this is going to be your third-party reading for mid-May, mid to late May 2023, and we will look at the energies between your specific person and somebody that they are involved with, the third party. So this reading is nothing to do with you and your person, it's everything to do with your person and somebody else, okay? And at that point, when the cards feel right, we'll start the reading. Let's see where this takes us. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, here we go. 5 cards. And 1 more. Okay, this card here is it's what's happening between them. It's the overall energies between these two people, and will help me interpret the rest of the reading, or inform the rest of the reading. And we have the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords upright. I'm not going to clarify these cards, and which can be difficult, but that's kind of talking about being sneaky, perhaps avoiding something, avoiding each other, trying to get away with something. Perhaps the ideal card for a third-party reading. Okay. Okay, this card is your person's feelings for the third party. And we have 10 of Wands. Can be a card of determination, can be a card of absolute exhaustion as well. Let's clarify and see how this pans out. We've got the Fool up reversed, and I shouldn't be wearing new contact, should I? And the Hermit upright. Okay. So your person feels, I think there's a certain degree of passion here, okay? 10 of Wands, a certain degree of passion, determination. Can be exhaustion, it can be feeling like you want to give up, feeling like every step is a step too far. And you kind of want to release that burden. You want to come to the end of it. You feel like something has to be complete. You seem to be moving to completion. It's 10. It's 10. It's the highest number of the suits. So it kind of then reverts back to the ace of the next suit. Here we have the Fool reversed. It's kind of not wanting to. It's kind of wanting to go forward, wanting to take risks, but hesitant. Very hesitant. And there's a degree of contemplation here as well. I think a person feels like they want to give up. They're not sure whether they want to take the risk with this particular connection. And yet they're being driven to this. You see, this is the thing here. The 10 of Wands, they're driven by passion. This guy here doesn't want to keep on carrying all of that damn weight on his back to get to wherever he's going. He doesn't want to, but he's driven. There's a certain degree of determination here, but that's been weakened. This person's no longer sure about what they're doing is the right thing, or why they're doing it in the first place. And this is the contemplation kicks in. They're thinking it through this relationship. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Okay, this is what's in their head. That's the heart, this is head. In their head, we got the Lovers reversed. So this is what they might well be contemplating. Their intentions. Let's clarify before I move in. Oh, okay. 8 of Cups upright, and the King of Pentacles. This is interesting because almost majority of readings I do, the emotions, what's in somebody's heart can be a little bit negative, uncertain, unsure. But the rational self, what's in their head is like, despite all the misgivings, they still want to go forward with the relationship and give it a go, give it an extra go, whatever it might be. They're going to give it a go. But here we have the opposite, more or less the opposite. They feel a certain degree of passion here. Hesitant within it, still contemplating how to take that forward. But their rational self is basically saying, don't do it. This just doesn't make sense. You need to disengage from this. It's not working. You need to walk away from it. This is something which is not working. Just leave it. And here we have a King of Pentacles. Trying to work out whether this is your person or the third party. It's somebody it represents stability, security. Somebody who is perhaps stable and secure. It can be a stable relationship. It can be a fairly dull, over-moneyed relationship. What I'm getting here is, it can go different ways. It's either your person coming into some common sense, like, for goodness sake, this is not working. I'm saying that common sense because look at the indicator card here for what's happening between them. Sneakiness. 7 of Swords. Or this card could be about, do you know what? This is the third party. And that's the steady, happy, relatively happy home, moneyed home, the framework of existence. And your person is basically wants to leave that framework of existence. Go somewhere else, be somewhere else. They're fed up with it. But I don't know. I think I'm more inclined to go for the fact that because this is sneaking around. This is some kind of extra marital stuff, extra relational stuff. It could be something on the side, something casual, something that hasn't worked out. And your person wants to walk away. The passion can no longer drive this connection. As much as they want it to, perhaps that was the spark that set it all off. The passion. But it no longer does it for them. There's also something here, which is just for me perhaps. The Lovers reversed is for me the Divorce card. So if what's in their head might well be divorce and just moving away from this, leaving the steady, happy relationship, or maybe, as I said, not so happy. Okay. What actions is your person taking towards the end of May, early June? And this can be in somebody's heart, their emotional actions. Sometimes it's in the 3D world. Let's see. Okay, the Emperor, upright. Emperor doesn't mess around. Emperor's got plans. Emperor takes control. Clarification. Queen of Pentacles. We've already got the King. And the 2 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. I think your person is inhabiting the characteristics of the Emperor here. They're determined to sort this out. And I think this is the third party. That's your person and this is the third party. And I'm more inclined here, to see this as a relationship, a long-term relationship between 2 people, which has got to a position where it's no longer satisfying. And either one of these people or 2 of these people is sneaking around. But your person has had enough. And they're contemplating getting out of this. They're just exhausted by it. I'm not even sure anymore that this is about passion. I think this is struggling with the weight of this relationship. And they're feeling like they're struggling with the weight of this. And they're not quite sure where it's going. Which is why we're thinking about getting out of this. Getting out of this, maybe by being a bit sneaky. This can be the card of infidelity, as you probably gathered by now. So what's happening here? Two of Swords. I think this is the card. A decision needs to be taken. Your person's taking control. Are they taking the decision? This card can go two ways, actually. Sometimes it's about a stalemate where you just can't decide what to do. Other times it's the blindfold. The blindfold falling off the head. And you can see things clearly. And I think this is seeing things clearly. It aligns with what the Emperor is doing. Okay, so they're beginning to see things as they really are, which is effectively all this stuff, the negative stuff. So where does this take the relationship? Because I think this is or was a relationship rather than just a connection. And this is the card, the direction of the relationship, end of May into June, maybe July time. And we have the Eight of Swords reversed. Do you know what? Whenever I see the Eight of Swords reversed, my heart just sinks a little bit. Not because it's a particularly negative card or a particularly bad card. It's just I was expecting something like something a bit more meaty. Okay, here we got meaty. The Hanged Man. Upright, and lastly, okay, yeah. Two major arcana. Judgment reversed. Okay, where's this heading? It's heading to I'd say a darker place. Perhaps not, though. Eight of Swords reversed. I sometimes see this card as a more intense version of the upright version. So somebody feels absolutely paralyzed with fear and not sure what to do. But here, you know, with the Hanged Man, I think somebody's just coming out of fear. They're beginning to free themselves mentally, and this is your person. They're beginning to see things as they really are. And here, the Hanged Man. Okay. It's contemplation. A different kind of contemplation to the Hermit. It's when you've already decided that something needs to be done. That you've already decided that something needs to be sacrificed. But it's a case of then deciding what that something might be. What path do you take? And here we have Judgment reversed. And it is hesitation. It's self-doubt. It kind of mirroring here the Fool reversed to an extent. It's doubt. Doubt about how you can awaken your inner self. I think this is your person's inner self. What are they going to do? Can they start to, I don't want to over-egg this, but can they start to reconstruct their world, the inner world as well as the outer world? If they do the inner world, then the outer world will change. And I feel like your person is going through some kind of inner renaissance. I'm sure there are better words than that, but something's happening to your person that they're developing, truly developing. And it takes all of this nasty stuff, this awful stuff for them to do that, but they can't quite awaken themselves yet. There's still some difficulties here. They'll work through these things, I'm sure. Okay. I sometimes pull cards at the end about what the person wants and what the other person wants. I kind of think it's pretty clear, but I do it all the same. What does your person want to happen with this connection? Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is when something's so absolutely dull and tedious that you can't stand it any longer. And you're desperate, absolutely desperate for change. Your person's desperate for change. What does the third party want to happen? Okay, 6 of Wands. The third party is not going to let your person go easily. Not at all. They might want to be recognized for who they are. I can see worship for some reason. But at the same time, they're going to want to fight for this, I think. One more card for the third party. Universe. Universe is about completion. They want this to be completed, this cycle to be completed. Move on to the next cycle, which I think for them, with the 6 of Wands, that's strengthening the relationship. They want this to be over with and move to the next stage. They're determined. Okay. Aquarius, I hope that was helpful. Okay, cheers.